Sometimes the most unexpected detours lead to the most amazing discoveries. We set out to visit Berkeley Castle in the Cotswolds, but afterwards, we stumbled upon something far more fascinating: the house where vaccination was invented. This unassuming Georgian home belonged to Edward Jenner, the 18th century physician now known as the father of immunology. What's crazy is that before that morning, I had barely known who he was. Walking through these doors, I couldn't help but feel a sense of awe. This wasn't just any country doctor's home. This is where one of the most important medical breakthroughs in history happened. And this little museum is dedicated to that legacy. Jenner wasn't working in some fancy lab in London. He was a rural physician who noticed something fascinating: that the local milkmaids who caught the mild cowpox disease never seemed to actually catch the deadly smallpox version. And right here, inside this glass, is where he conducted his groundbreaking experiment in 1796. He took material from a cowpox sore on the milkmaid's hand and used it to inoculate an 8-year-old boy named James Phipps. When later exposed to smallpox, the boy didn't get sick. These are the actual tools that Jenner used, and can you imagine how revolutionary this was? At a time when smallpox killed 30% of those infected, he found a way to protect people. Interestingly, there was even an anti-vaccine movement back then. Some things never change, I guess. But despite the skepticism, his work eventually led to smallpox being completely eradicated worldwide by 1980, the first disease that humans have ever completely eradicated. The museum includes Jenner's original garden, where he grew medicinal plants that the volunteers have restored beautifully. These grapevines are actually descended from those at Hampton Court Palace. Everything here tells a story. As we left, we wandered through the silent village streets and came across this little cottage with a plaque, and it reads, "This cottage was left to James Phipps by Dr. Edward Jenner in recognition of his having been the first person that Dr. Jenner vaccinated against smallpox." Can you imagine the first person ever vaccinated lived right there and lived to a ripe old age? Isn't it incredible? In this quiet village, far away from any city, one curious man changed the entire course of human history. He didn't have the internet. He had no team of researchers, just his observations and the courage to try something new. So if you ever find yourself at Berkeley Castle in the Cotswolds, don't skip the village and Dr. Jenner's house, which are just next door. Trust us, it's worth the visit. Have you ever stumbled upon an unexpected historical gem during your travels in Britain? Let us know in the comments.